industry and also the kente fabric industry.
I'm Sue and this is Business Class 3. In Class 3, we'll be deep diving into the consumer goods industry with a local chocolatier.
On our way to the chocolate factory, I hope there's not too much traffic.
Welcome back to Business Class. I'm on my way to see a chocolatier here in Accra. Business people are very time conscious. I hope we get there on time. We just arrived and it's good to be here. Join us after the break. We're going to look at all aspects of the chocolate industry. So what's the difference between handmade chocolate and the larger corporate chocolate makers?
So when it comes to handmade chocolate making, it's basically using less machines. So it's just like equipment or utensils you have in the house, basic tools that you use. So it's not like you require a huge investment before you can do handmade chocolate making. You can just do it at home, or you can also be gone into something that can be made in this room.
Okay, let's see how the chocolate is processed. So, talk us through the raw materials.
Okay, so the chocolates, the main raw materials for chocolate are the cocoa beans. So these are the cocoa beans, and then you process the cocoa beans to get the various divisions of it. So first of all, you need to roast the cocoa beans. You roast them, and then the shells come off the main flesh itself. So this is the flesh that you get out of the roasted beans. So it's called cocoa nibs. These are cocoa nibs. People chew them raw. It's very bitter, but very healthy too. So people chew them just as it is, and then from here you grind the cocoa nibs, and then you get a paste-like substance, which is solidified into this. So it's just solidified into this, which is called cocoa liquor or cocoa mass.
So you grind the cocoa nibs, and then it becomes this.
It becomes this.
Oh, it becomes that first.
Yes.
Ah,
so
okay.
it's separated into the cocoa butter and then the cocoa liquor. So this is what you get, and then to get the powder, you just break the cocoa liquor, and then you get the powder from it. So what we do is, to cut the process short, we often buy this directly from the process companies, and then it cuts the time short for us to process our chocolates. So sometimes that's what we do to cut the time short. So the main ingredients for making the chocolates this time around will be this cocoa liquor, the cocoa butter. You add your sugar, and then you add milk powder. That's if you are making milk chocolate. So these are just the major raw materials for the chocolate making. So when you measure your raw materials according to your recipe, you put it into the next stage, which is the conching process. So we'll move into the conching process stage.
So this is the machine that mixes the raw materials to make the chocolate?
Yes, so it's called the conching machine. So it conches the raw materials, and then you get your chocolate ready. So I'll turn it on. So the machine runs for a maximum 72 hours. And when it's ready, the chocolate comes out very smooth. And the bitterness is also included. All the raw materials come in here. And then when it's ready, when the 72 hours is up, and it moves into the tempering machine. So there's a tempering machine, and so it's from here. It goes in here hot. So the machine is supposed to cool it down to a certain temperature before you start molding it. So this is what happens. It runs just about an hour, and then it brings the temperature down. You mold it into different shapes. When it gets to the temperature that we want, we fill our molds and then put it in a fridge to get our solid chocolate. So that's what happens.
At what point did you add the filling, so for the plantain chip chocolate?
Okay, so with the plantain chips, we put the plantain chips inside the mold first, and then we pour the chocolate on them before we scrape.
Okay.
Sometimes we just collect the chocolate first, and then we can just mix the plantain chips with it, and then we can just take it out into the box. So depending on how we want it, we can just do it that way.
Either way.
Working with chocolate can be a bit messy. So and you know, sometimes there are air bubbles in the chocolate, so we want to do that, and then by hitting, sometimes it's on a table.
Yeah.
But this machine has a vibrator, so you just turn it on.
I can see the bubbles coming out.
Put this in the fridge, and when it's ready, you take it out. And then you can do the second one. And then you can try it out.
Very messy. Whoa. Okay. Am I doing the other way, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm bound to get it on my gloves.
That's how it is.
Is it full enough? Or is that full enough? Is that fine?
When it's vibrating, so just fill it.
Oh, okay, sorry. Whoa. It looks easy, but it's really... but you... Can you see the bubbles come out? This is how you make chocolate using the molds. Homemade. Good to go.
We'll put these in the fridge, and then to leave for about 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes, that's very quick.
So in 10 minutes, it should be ready. Plantain chips, as I said, we put the plantain chips in the mold and then we fill it with the chocolate, or other way we can also mix it with the chocolate and then fill the molds with them. So we wrap them. When it's ready, we wrap them, and this is how it comes out. So you can see the plantain chips in it.
Lovely.
Yeah. And then with the outside, the outer part of it, you hardly see the plantain there. It's because we vibrate it well, so you can hardly see it. But when you open it first, you can see the plantain chips in it. Yes. And then when you taste it too, you realize that it's very good.
So are we going to try some?
Yes, definitely. You can try.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for showing us how chocolate is made from the bean to the finished chocolate bar. Join us for class 4, where we'll be exploring one of my favorite topics, cryptocurrency. Thanks for watching. This is Business Class 3, and I'm Sue.
have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shuttles at a time. So now moving from right to left again.